Hi, everybody, and happy weekend. I hope everyone is well. For people who have had a birthday, if I may have missed it, apologies and happy birthday. And for people who are tuning in, particularly my new subscribers, thank you and welcome back. And because I like doing this, it's fun for me, and I have to say a special hi to my newest subscriber, who is a young woman I consider one of my children. She knows who she is, and she became my 30th subscriber. So, thank you. It's been an interesting week. It's given me pause to think about the ways in which we touch other people's lives. I've run into a lot of my so-called children this week. You may or may not know I've spent a lot of time working in secondary and higher ed. And this week I've run into 3 of my kids from secondary school where I taught and the uni where I taught. And it was just so, it made me feel really good because I'm not looking for them. I'm just wandering around town, and all of a sudden, I hear Kathy, and I jump because I'm easily startled and turn around, and there they are, and they're all so big. All 3 of you know who you are because all 3 of you are subscribers. They're all so big, and they look so well, and they're doing so well. And they all give me great big hugs, and I give them great big hugs, and they're all like, I subscribe to your channel. I miss you. What are you doing? You look good. And if I have a cigarette in my hand, they're like, please stop smoking. I know, guys. I know. I really need to quit. But it's not anything I worry about. I figure there's a reason why I'm still here. Anyway, that was just, it was so nice. It made me really, really happy. It also gave me some strange dreams throughout the week, but I've always had strange dreams. And actually, in truth, I've always been fascinated by the way I've dreamed. They're very vivid. Let me give you an example. What woke me up this morning at 6:10 a.m., I had a dream that I was on a boat. It was a big boat, not as big as a cruise ship, but it was a boat. And I was on a boat with all of my kids. The kids I knew way back in the 90s when I still lived in the States, and all the kids I've accrued, shall we say, since I've lived here. We're on this boat, and the skies suddenly get really, really dark, and the waves come up and stuff, and the boat is jumping up and down. Literally, what woke me up is the weirdest thing, was hitting the bed. In my sleep, my body jumped up off the bed and then fell back down and hit the mattress. And in that action, I awakened. And I remembered the dream, and I'm like, I remember the sensation of going up and then down. I woke up, laid there for a couple of minutes, and thought, wow, where'd that come from? And then I thought it didn't matter because, I was blessed to awaken to another day. So I laid there and watched a bit of the news on Al Jazeera before getting up and starting my Friday. If you dream, I'd be interested to hear some of your dreams. Just because I'm curious. I have not watched anything in particular since my last review. Actually, mostly what I've been watching are documentaries, and I think I need to go back to just watching, stuff that entertains me, particularly my horrors, because the monsters in horror movies don't really bother me because they're not real. But some of the documentaries I've watched this week, they've terrified me. It's far more frightening, to me anyway, the real world, particularly the current real world, than anything I can see in a horror movie. I mean, I'd rather deal with the zombie apocalypse than all the crap that's currently going on. So that's it, really. It's a beautifully sunny and windy day today, and as usual, I'm in my second favorite spot in my wee house, sitting at my desk, right in front of the bay windows in my lounge, just watching the sky, and it's very windy. It's relatively warm, 19.5 Celsius. Don't ask me what that is in Fahrenheit because I don't have my phone near me that has the little app on it that translates all that stuff. But it's a gorgeous day, so I've got to call in to my landscaper to see what day he has free to come out and consult with me on getting the front and the rear garden summer ready. I have some fish pie in the oven. Normally I make fish pie on my own, but I don't feel, it's just, I can't be arsed to do anything since retiring, and there are certain brands that make really good fish pie and steak pie ready-made, so I got a lovely fish pie from Scott's the Butcher's yesterday, and that's currently in the oven, and since it's Friday, I'm going to have that. You know what else I've been watching a lot this week? The news coverage of Pope Francis. I'm not Catholic, but I did attend a Catholic university, an all-women's Catholic university in America, which I loved. So I was taught by nuns and a couple of priests, and it was a fabulous experience for me. And I didn't go as a young woman. I was a mature student. I didn't start uni until I was 30, which I'll be forever grateful for. Because personally, I think at 19 or 17 or whatever, you're not ready to decide what you want to do with your entire life. And I certainly didn't know at that age. My God, at 18, I was married, but that's a story for another day. So I'm grateful. And some of the teachers that I had from those days, and many of the friends I had from those days, I still talk to. Like I'm talking to you now, we video call and stuff, and we text and chat and comment on each other's Facebook posts. So I've been thinking, a lot about that and watching their sincere grief. And actually, my grief is sincere. I felt grief at his passing, even though I'm not a Catholic, and that's been, eye-opening for me. They've interviewed lots of people at St. Peter's and stuff while people are queuing up to look at to get one last glimpse of him. And I saw a kid this morning, a young black American male who's studying over there, and they were like, "Why are you here? What do you think? What do you feel?" And he was like, "I'm not Catholic, but I feel grief because this is the only pope I've known in my lifetime." And he was a decent man. He was a good, kind, humble, loving, decent man. And he nailed it, so I will probably, knowing me, be glued to the telly tomorrow watching the funeral. What I will miss, is that smile. He had the most joyous smile I've ever seen on anybody's face, apart from my friend, who I'm not going to name because she'll be embarrassed. But again, this is one of my friends from my days at uni in the States. So it's been a good week. I'm looking forward to having a nice weekend. There's nothing for me to do because, I do stuff in stages throughout the week now that I'm retired. One day it's like, okay, let's tidy the bedroom. And the other day it's like, okay, we'll tackle the bathroom. Next day, let's do plant maintenance, whatever. I don't have a set schedule anymore. I just do things when and as I feel like it. And since it's Friday, today and tomorrow and Sunday, I'm not doing anything at all. But the one thing I am doing today, I'm doing right now, and that's to pop in to say hi, wish everybody a happy weekend, happy birthday, send cyber hugs and kisses, whatever the case may be. And thank you again, because it means a lot to me that you tune in and have subscribed. Please stay safe. That's the most important thing. Wherever you are, please stay safe, because I love you. That's Kathy out. Bye.